1980 batch of IS from UP Cadre. Worked for many years in the state government of Uttar Pradesh as well as for many years in the government of India at every level, including that of Additional Secretary IT, Information Technology, Secretary Urban Development, Secretary Women and Child, Secretary Labour and Employment, Special Secretary Defense. Now I am representing this federation, Skill Online Game Federation, as president. And idea was to create an institution which can take care of the concern of the industry. As you must be knowing, that online gaming is the fastest growing industry in the world. And India has got huge potential. In spite of that, we are only less than $2 billion. On the other hand, the industry is about 250 billion worldwide. So we want to promote it so that our young boys and girls, they can get quality employment. And on the other side, our youth and even other ones, they get an opportunity to hone up their cognitive abilities and cognitive skills. Many times it is being felt that online gaming is nothing but some kind of a gambling, which is absolutely a wrong perception. When you play a game online, whether it is bridge or chess or even rummy, you have to make your mind, your take judgments, and then that improves your cognitive ability. And in the world of future, this cognitive ability will play a very important role. Because you may have, like you must have seen in Iran-Israel war or Ukraine-Russia war, ultimately it's not a military power. It is not an economic power. It is basically how do you use the information available for the benefit of your own society, for the benefit of your own country. And that makes it, how do you decide a particular thing? And in that, cognitive ability will play a key. So whosoever is better in terms of cognitive, ultimately he will be the winner. He will be the victorious.
What are the benefits of health?
I can't hear you.
What are the benefits of health improvement for youth
I
playing?
can't hear. Can you be a little louder?
What are the benefits of health issues?
Health issue.
Yeah.
This is what I said. When you say cognitive ability, that means your power of thinking, your power of analyzing the information which is already available. Once you have got that, then you will be able to take care of your health in a better way. Suppose you have to manage your diabetes. Plethora of information is available. If you open your Google, you will get all kinds of information. And many times, the pieces of information are contradictory to each other. Then it depends upon your cognitive ability. How do you process that information? Similarly for exercise. You have seen a famous actor, she just died because of she wanted to look younger. Maybe that's a good thing, but at what proportion, what time, these things require a lot of processing in your mind because every individual is a unique individual.
What is the right age for the child to come into this?
Can you come?
Yeah, I can come. Sir, what is the right age for the child to come in the online gaming so that it can improve the brain and not get affected by the exposure of the online also?
Absolutely. I come to that.
Yeah.
Kids, children can be exposed to online gaming from the very beginning. That's not an issue. But they should not get addicted, number one. And secondly, they should get exposed to only good quality online gaming. There are many games which are basically based on violence. There are many games which are not desirable for children. So that's why we created this federation so that we will be able to create some kind of a discipline or a regulatory regime through which we will be able to control the use or the utilization or the playing of online gaming by the children so that they do not get addicted, they do not get harmed and their health and other parameters are taken care of.
Or you have something like parental, where they can, above 18 can only play certain games.
Absolutely right. So what we are proposing
Because-
is that there should be some kind of a KYC.
Yeah.
Without
Ideas.
KYC, because then you will not be able to track.
Yeah.
Once you have captured the KYC, you will be able to capture who is playing,
Yeah.
during what time,
Yeah.
how much time he has spent or she has spent during a week time or a month's time.
Because young children, they will get into this, they will not study. One is that they get addicted to it, and parents will not know. Now that both the parents are going out, the child will be sitting, we really don't know. That's
You
why
are absolutely right.
Yeah.
So there has to be some kind of
control or
regime.
access denial should be there, which stop the child from continuing to play long time.
But that does not mean
Huh.
that you should not give access to these games
Yeah.
to your
Access
children.
is not the
Because
problem.
if you do not do
either.
that, they will be left behind
Yeah.
in the race for
It's
better
walking a
community.
tightrope between the haves and not.
Absolutely.
How do you categorize mind games? How many games are categorized?
So how many games you have been categorized as mind games?
There are large number of games. If you look around, today China is doing wonderfully well, Japan is doing wonderfully well, Singapore, all these societies they are doing wonderfully well because they are creating new games. But suppose we start with say chess, bridge, even some kind of a poker, rummy, and we can devise large number of games. Like in good old days, you used to play Ludo, Chopper. All these games require a little bit of strategy, little bit of your mental application. So ultimately, even that snake and ladder, that is purely some kind of a game of chance. But here what we are trying, we must promote games of skill. There can be large number of games. We can devise a lot of games, which would ultimately, suppose, not only that, let's take physics, the concept of normal physics. Many a time when we teach the concept of physics or mathematics to children, they do not understand, they do not comprehend. But if you allow them to learn through some kind of an e-game, they will learn it very quickly. They will understand the concept. And that is what we are trying to do.
Is there any age limit for the players?
No. What ma'am has just said, for different categories of age, we'll have a different kind of a regulation.
No, I
So
was just
suppose up to
asking.
5 years,
Yeah.
they will not be allowed to go beyond it. From 5 to say 12 years, they will not be allowed to go beyond these kind of things. That is what.
No, now I'm talking about the older people also, because we have mental diseases coming in. They can also,
Absolutely.
develop these skills to keep them the mind active. Because once they retire from job, they become like they're not able to use their mind and keep active. That way, they can actually get into online gaming and keep their mind active and be more involved. So,
Ma'am, intellect
yeah,
is a very perishable commodity.
that's what. I was
And you must have observed that once people retire, there is a very steep decline in their mental capability and ability. It is very necessary to keep challenging your mind. And how do you do that? E-games are an excellent platform where you can challenge your mind every day, like Sudoku. No, it is rather difficult to get a newspaper because that is little expensive. It's very nice and easy to play Sudoku on your mobile. Yeah, again, it's a mental game. So this is what we are trying to control, that people should be able to challenge their mind all the time so that they remain active, mentally alert, and they can look after themselves, they can look after their families, and they can be productive for the society.
So far, how many games were brought under mind games?
Mind game. As I said, at this point of time we have got limited number, but China, Japan, all these countries, South Korea, they have a large number. They have to devise a new game which are befitting to our own culture, ethos. Like we can start a game on the basis of say Mahabharata, on the basis of Ramayana, on the basis of a whole lot of other books which are dealing well with our own culture, with our own ethos, So people can play those games and then they can do very well.
All games are pay and use or how, sir?
Not necessary. Some games may be free, some games there may be some kind of money involved, but many of these games, like I play bridge every day online, that's free.
Do you have any rating dangerous games and
Over a period of time, yes, there will be some kind of a rating that this is rated, say 1, 2, 3, 4, depending upon the degree of difficulty. Like if you play Sudoku, I don't know whether you play Sudoku or not. If you open that Sudoku, they'll ask you, see, you want a low,
Easy level.
medium, hard, extreme hard, and that actually is it. Similarly here.
Sir, but chess and all, they have ILO rating and all. How do you players who are not rated can play chess online?
Yes, ma'am. You see, this industry and the regulatory regime is an evolutionary process. So over a period of time, this will get picked up. At this point of time, there is no standard. There is no benchmarking.
That's what I guess. It's not there.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful talking to you.